Oh my god, just look at this gorgeousness. This is it. Just left Jerry's house, stuck in traffic, typical London, and this is it. We're off. 3 hours until we stop for a lemon break, and then hopefully not too far, a couple of hours after that. Hopefully arriving about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I have made it to Vanlove Festival. I am so excited. Betty did absolutely amazing. I mean, she was a dream to drive. I'm so excited. My first trip in Betty. This is literally like, I'm living my dream right now. This was what I dreamed 3 years ago. Get a camper van, come to festivals, come to new places, bring lemon. Yeah, this is just, I'm just absolutely, can't even say how happy I am right now. Morning everyone. It is Saturday and I have just woken up to this gorgeous view at Vanlove Festival. And I'm pretty sure this is what having a camper van is all about, isn't it? Let's cross our fingers that the sun stays out because the weather forecast for today looks a bit ominous. Breakfast of champions this morning. I found the bacon van. Yes, mate. The pizza van does bacon. And it's just about to start raining, so we're going to head back to Betty. Guys, it's raining and I'm on an e-bike. This is so exciting. I've never done this before. But they've got this e-bike demonstration and I'm really loving it. I could 100% see having an e-bike and making, parking Betty outside of like towns and stuff and being able to kind of cycle in and have lemon on a little basket or something. It's proper British weather raining, but I'm loving this. Fantastic. Sadly, the weather did take a turn for the worse, but it was so lovely to see people out enjoying the music and activities, and I decided to take a little wander to see all the different types of camper vans that had made the trip this weekend. Well, it is Saturday, and I'm still at Vanlove Festival. I am currently sitting in Betty, lying on my bed. I do have a chair, but someone doesn't like me to sit in the chair because she can't sit with me. So we're lying on the bed, which is very comfy, and it is pouring down with rain. It keeps kind of raining on and off. So I've done some adventuring out in the rain this morning, but I'm just having a bit of chill time with Lemon after we went for a little walk. And I just thought I would sit down and have a little reflect on my adventure so far. Also, how lovely to just like sit in my bus with a glass of Prosecco, whilst it's raining outside, and it's nice and sort of, I would say it's sort of cozy inside. I mean, the insulation behind me isn't really the coziest of feels, but the floor is lovely. And the very, very good news is that we have no leaks from the roof whatsoever, which means that the fiberglass repairs that Jerry and I did are working. And we haven't put the solar panels back on yet. That's a job for next week, but feeling very confident that our fiberglassing job has done the trick at the moment, and now we are better prepared to install the solar panels properly, and we'll go with no leaks. Although I think somebody did mention in the comments that I should keep an eye on the windows, and I did actually notice earlier that there are 2 windows there that I see drips coming down on the inside, so I have a feeling I need to go around and reseal all the windows, just because she's 20 years old and some of the seals have probably degraded, so that's fine. That's a job for next week. But I will say it's really useful to have brought her out and be using her kind of mid-conversion, because actually it's given me a little list of things that need to be focused on, things that work, things that don't work, things to bring with me when I come away that I didn't necessarily think of. So I had a few little electrical hiccups, and I hadn't quite brought the right tools with me that would have made the jobs easier to rewire things, but luckily I had just enough tools to be able to kind of make it all work. So we've had no issues. I have been able to inflate the air mattress. I have been able to make my one charging point work, so I do have a phone, which is great. Yeah, I brought my wet weather gear, which is great because it's pretty rainy today, although yesterday was lovely. And overall, I'm just having a really nice time. I will say that this festival has completely lived up to expectations in terms of how friendly and safe it feels. So this is my first ever festival. I've never been to a festival before. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but the reviews from this one were that everyone's really friendly and that it's a really sort of fun, safe atmosphere. So it felt like coming by myself and not knowing anyone was, you know, obviously still a bit of a brave thing to do, but I felt confident that I would have a good experience, and so far that has been 100% my experience. Yesterday I was really overwhelmed by the number of people that stopped to chat, to say hi, people that follow the YouTube vlog that recognised Betty and came and said hi. I'd put on the Vanlove Facebook group that I was going up by myself, and I posted a picture of the Betty, and I'd said, you know, please stop and say hi if you're stopping by, because I don't know anyone. And people literally came and found Betty and said, oh, we saw you from the Facebook group, you know, hi, invited me back to their vans, and I met some people at the bar, and they've turned out to be lovely, and I've met their friends. So if you are thinking about, you know, wanting to get out and meet people, you know, having a sort of moment, a wild moment where you think, gosh, maybe I should just be brave and do something by myself, 100% do it. You know, pick a lovely event to go to, something like this, where it's very kind of friendly and positive, and just put yourself out there, because it's hard. Like, I really definitely feel like I'm quite exhausted. Yesterday I felt like it took a lot of energy being so social and, you know, being brave like that, but it really worked out. And even this morning as I was walking Lemon, I was walking up and down the runway looking at the vans, and, you know, I was seeing people that I'd met yesterday, and everyone's saying hi and chatting and laughing, and I just think that's what this is all about, isn't it? It's about, yeah, finding people that enjoy the same things as you and have the same interests, and just getting out of your comfort zone. So for that, I'm just, yeah, 10 out of 10 Vanlove. You've created a beautiful atmosphere, a beautiful area where people can come together and meet, and you don't need to know people beforehand. I went and explored the vendors village this morning and spoke to lots of really nice people. A lot of the vendors were for kind of like conversion companies, so that wasn't really helpful to me, but I spoke to an insurance company that was really good. They were lovely. I had a really good time trying out e-bikes. I don't think I've been on a bike in 10 years, and it was absolutely pouring down with rain, but I got on anyways, and I went, and I'd never tried an e-bike before, and I loved it. And yeah, just lots of like fun things and people to chat to. So yeah, now, and the nice thing is that you can kind of do it in spurts, and then you come back to your van and you take a break, and I'm going to sit here with my drink and listen to the rain and read my book for a bit, and then later on venture out, and there's lots of music and things happening, and tonight there's a big disco. So yeah, so far I'm really loving my experience. I'm so over the moon happy to be out in Betty for the first time ever, really. She's so comfy. She's only going to get comfier the more that we fit her out, but it also gives me so much motivation to like keep pushing forward with the project, seeing other people's mid conversions, seeing other people's full conversions. It's great, and there's no other Betty here. She's the only one, which is also really cool, but she fits in really well. So cheers to everyone, and let's see what more there's still a whole day of festival left, so let's see what more adventures I end up getting into. update from Vanlove Festival Monsoon Edition. It is Saturday, and after having a lovely morning of walking the dog, walking around seeing the vendors, doing a bit of e-biking in the rain, I came back to the bus and the heavens opened and it's just been monsooning all day. It's now 5:30, almost 6 o'clock. The rain has finally stopped, so everyone's coming out again, which is great. So it's been kind of nice really. I've just sat in my bus drinking Prosecco, reading my book, which is lovely. But one of the things that it has been good, the fact that it's been really raining, is that I've been able to be in the van and actually see if there are any other leaks or issues with water coming in. So all of the areas on the roof where we took the solar panels off and re-fiberglassed over, all of that is fine. No water coming in. That window, there is water coming in. This window, there is water coming in. And now I've also just realised that there is water coming in from the skylight, which is not something I put in. Well, obviously I didn't put the windows in either. Anyways, so those are the 3 places water is coming in. Interestingly, absolutely no water coming in from the Max fan. So one thing we don't have to take out and replace or repair. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this skylight, which is gonna be annoying because I have already resealed it once, and if that's not working, I'm not quite sure what the answer is at this point. But maybe it's taking all the original sealant off and then resealing in that way, rather than me just piling more sealant on like I did before. Anyways, annoying, but better to find out these problems now before we finish the ceiling and then everything gets destroyed. There we go. Finally, it stopped raining just in time for the back to school themed disco, and everyone really understood the assignment.
Just to be clear, we couldn't afford 99. We'd have to make do with 20.
Welcome back to the bus, everyone. It has been a little break because I went to Vanlove Festival last weekend. Gosh, was it only last weekend? And then a lot of lifing stuff has happened, and so we just haven't had a chance to work on Betty. She's had a little break for a week and a bit. And actually we've only got a couple of days because Jerry and I are going away on a trip, and we're very excited, and you guys will see all about that. We've been planning it for months and it's going to be epic. But the epic thing happening today is that we are getting the solar panels back on Betty. We've got all the right things now. We've got rubber washers, we've fiberglassed everything. We're really confident in the method and the fact that it's going to be watertight. And as you guys saw, or will see, I can't remember the order things are coming out, but Vanlove was a really interesting experience because it meant that I really got to see where all the leaks are in Betty, and actually she's got quite a few seals and cracks that need to be addressed, which I didn't realise, that don't have anything to do with things that I put on, but just the fact that she's 19 years old. So today's solar panel day and I'm really excited. So Jerry is just, you can't see, Jerry's on top of the roof at the moment doing a bit of sanding. You're all going to be really excited because I'm cleaning the roof properly before we put the solar panels back on, so that everything underneath is really clean and we can just make sure that everything's nice and done properly. So let's get on. I got to make some fiberglass resin. So here we are on top of the roof. As you can see, we've got a nice clean area under this solar panel, well, where it's going to go. Haven't done the rest of it yet because actually it's going to be easier to do it over at the ferry where we've got the hose and water, whereas we only have a little spray bottle here. But just for everyone who's very worried the first time that we did this, that I didn't clean the roof properly, I've cleaned the roof. And as you can see, Jerry is sloshing on some more fiberglass resin, and I'm going to do this side we're going to wait for that to go off, and then we're going to get the solar panel on and we're going to bolt it on, and that's a very exciting moment. New holes drilled through. So we've got our holes, we've got Sikaflex down our holes and round our holes, and now we've got our rubber washers on top. We're just prepping both sides. Then our solar panel will come on and we can stick our bolts down through the holes. Well, here we have 2 fixed solar panels, and it's a bit dirty because obviously this is a few days, actually this is probably a week or 2 after we've actually put them on because of weather and going away, but I just want to show you. So we've got a bit of wood that's fiberglassed over onto the roof, and then the brackets have bolts that go through, and then there's Sikaflex in the holes, and then we also use rubber washers under the brackets. And then on the inside, we've got more washers, and we were able to tighten everything up. So although we haven't had a lot of rain yet so far, so they've not really been put to the test, we're feeling very confident in our attachment method. And we are just waiting for the little bit that we've ordered that will go somewhere here, probably somewhere here, to be able to bring the cables through and into the bus. And I still need to wash the roof, so we'll do that at some point as well. And I still need to address the sealant around the skylight, but that's a job for another day. At the moment, I am extremely happy to have these solar panels back on, and I'm looking forward to hooking them up and seeing, you know, how they work and getting my batteries charged. So very happy that we undertook the big project to take them off and put them back on again properly. I'm feeling really good about it all. So that is all I have for you this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed seeing Vanlove and a little bit of the new, I would say the new work, but the Groundhog Day work that we did on the solar panels on the bus. There is a really exciting big trip coming up in next week's video, which I think you're all going to enjoy and like. And I'm coming at you from the future because we're now back from the trip, Jerry and I, and we have really come back and started working on Betty with a Vengeance, and there is so much progress to show you. So stick around for next week's video and stick around for the week after the video, because things are getting hot, gang. Things are moving. And also, look at the beautiful sunset. On that note, everyone have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week.